Hi Taurus, I'm back. This is your bi-weekly reading for October 1st to 15th. I'm sorry I wasn't here last month to do some readings, but I just need some time to myself and put up some personal boundaries, which I always am a big fan for. So thank you for still being here and being patient. Again, this is your bi-weekly reading from the 1st to 15th. I hope everyone's having a good month. If this resonates with you, please like, subscribe, share, comment. If it doesn't, check your moon and rising. You could be then that energy as well. If you aren't connecting at all, I'll try for next week or connect to that energy / check out some other tarot readers on here. There's, and just see kind of who feels right and who you're going to connect to there. Always a big fan of kind of doing that. Sometimes it can change. Anyways, let's see. These cards are being kind of weird right now. I'm just going to put that out there. So I don't know what that means, but I just feel like feeling a little, I'm like, just see what kind of this energy is. I'm just going to feel this energy here for a second. So we have the Three of Cups in our overall energy right now, which is celebration. Talks about celebrating, maybe going out with friends, socializing. So you might be having a social time right now. It's kind of interesting because it's followed by the Hangman, which is kind of all about waiting and waiting here. So maybe we're postponing or waiting some kind of celebration or waiting on a celebration here. Maybe you're kind of waiting for a victory of some sort, waiting for a wedding. Maybe something had to be kind of postponed here. Because it just feels like, again, this is there's the celebration energy, but we're also in this energy here of something that's not really some reflection time. So maybe there is some reflection happening for you, maybe about a celebration or a ceremony in some kind of sort. That's just kind of out in the energy right now. You're kind of really, I don't know, it's interesting. You might be also questioning your kind of social circle here as well. Social people maybe who you surround yourself with. Because again, with Seven of Pentacles is here, it's kind of looking at back at our hard work, looking at what we've kind of done here. It seems like it's going to be kind of a really reflective 2 weeks for you in these beginning of October. Maybe again, you're reassessing your social circles. Again, you're celebrating, you're kind of looking at things, perceiving things here. You might be kind of taking a backseat that way, in a sense, taking some real time out. But it's weird because we have the socializing card. So it might feel like, again, you might be aspects of your social group in these 2 weeks are going to be something that we're kind of focusing on or looking at. Maybe it's ways to kind of celebrate with these people, what we kind of truly want here. It's followed by the Page of Cups energy here as well, which means an emotional invitation. So maybe someone might be coming forward to ask you out or or basically come talk to you about the way they're feeling in a way. Maybe it's you bringing something up here, some kind of, doesn't have to be also a romantic offering. It could just be an apology. It feels like, again, some energy of someone's kind of coming here to talk. So maybe that's someone in the social group, or maybe that's you just coming forward to kind of talk about it as well. It's this bit of energy where we're feeling left out in the cold as here with the Five of Pentacles. We're feeling almost betrayed. Feeling betrayed, getting a bit upset about that for sure. Like, just kind of feeling, again, you're having some reflections on things, and it feels like this might be a specific having to do with either a friend or a relationship here where you feel betrayed by them a little bit. So you're coming through to talk, or maybe it could be even you. I don't know, that did something that you're like, hey, maybe I wasn't the most proud of that. I'm here to come in here to talk. So I feel like there's going to be, again, it has to do with kind of social aspect in here in a way. Friends group, relationships, lovers, friends. You might be getting an apology. Maybe you are apologizing to someone here. But I think you definitely are in a moment of reflection of things, which is great, because I think the best answers come through kind of our times alone, and come through our kind of points where we kind of just look at different perspectives of things. So I'm just going to put that out there for these 2 weeks for you. Emperor coming out here, energy, Aries energy. Let me see what this Emperor is here. for you for Taurus, please. Capricorn energy not moving forward. Okay, there might have been someone here that you were having a hard time letting go of, an Aries popping out. It could be a Capricorn as well because we have the Devil reversed. It seems like we're releasing this person a little bit. If this person wasn't an Aries, they might have been a bit controlling towards you. They might have been holding you down kind of that way, Taurus. And it kind of stopped you from kind of moving forward, or it stopped you from kind of things picking up in your life. I don't know. It just feels like this kind of energy here. This person maybe stagnated you a little bit. It feels like we're kind of releasing them. We're releasing this energy of this kind of person that might have been a little bit more controlling towards you. They could have had like a little bit of an ego as well. But yeah, we're moving on from that. And we were having, I feel like we still had a bit of an attachment issue to them a little bit. So maybe, again, Taurus, it might be very specific to someone, but if it was this person that we were kind of attached to here, we weren't kind of moving past or moving away from it. We were kind of kept stuck here. But again, I think this time of this pause that's happening up here is going to help you kind of release them a bit, get you moving. Because again, Devil reverse is all about kind of releasing toxic energy here and moving past it. Yeah, I think maybe there is some kind of... Feels like there's just like this kind of little bit of a mental blockage here. I don't know if this person maybe got in your head. I don't know. Again, it's hard to kind of like, I'm trying to, I hope this specifically reads for someone, but I'm trying to like navigate this in a way to fully kind of understand it here. Because it seems like, again, we were releasing this energy, this toxic bind to this person, maybe releasing kind of what was keeping us stuck mentally with them. Because it kind of feels on this row here that there was, I don't know, this fire sign is like really popping up here with the King of Wands as well. So it feels, I'm just going to take a second to kind of feel this energy. And it's interesting because I'm just feeling kind of flustered and I'm feeling kind of, this doesn't really happen. So I just feel like it's kind of like this big kind of almost like head energy in this way. And it's just kind of just like, it feels frustrating because you don't know kind of what your own thoughts are or what maybe this other person's thoughts are. That's what it just feels like. It just feels like a lot of talking in my head and like frustration and confusion going on here. Again, it feels like we're kind of releasing that here. But if this was an energy that was around you, that was maybe could feel a little bit manipulative, or could feel, I don't want to scare anyone, but it could feel like they're getting in my head, and that's just the energy kind of I'm getting right now. And it's so weird, Taurus, because I haven't really felt this in a reading before. This kind of energy around here feels like getting in my head, feels like kind of second, like I'm just like kind of like, what's my thought, what's not, like, you know what I mean? It just feels like that. So you might be going through that right now. You might be kind of going through where this kind of energy here, this person is kind of getting in your head a little bit, or stopping you kind of for kind of moving on, or kind of, it doesn't feel like trickery, but it feels like kind of just like mind gamey, control-y in a way. And I don't want to, again, freak you out. I think you have the power and the authority to see this kind of in a clear direction, and this might be specific for some of you here. But again, this time of pause, this time of reflection here is going to really help you with that. It's going to really help you with what it is you want and kind of moving strong. I want to see kind of in this second line here, what can kind of Taurus do to kind of move away from this kind of head gamey kind of action here. What can kind of Taurus do here? What can kind of Taurus do to move away? All right, Ace of Pentacles reversed, King of Pentacles reversed. Greedy, some kind of greedy money happening involved. So what is going on, Taurus? For some of you, it kind of feels like it might be, might have to do with a boss as well. That is kind of a little bit on of a power trip here, or kind of egotistical a bit in a way here. So for some of you, I'm not going to tell you kind of what to do here, but I want you to kind of reevaluate whatever this kind of circumstance, whatever kind of this energy here is for you that's happening in the bottom row here. I want you to reevaluate and see if you are feeling valued. Whatever circumstances this is, are you feeling valued? Are you feeling taken care of? Are you feeling supported? Or are you feeling mentally exhausted? Are you feeling, you know, that it's affecting your kind of mental health here? For some of you, you might be reevaluating a job or a career as well. So just stick in that way. Just really take that time out to kind of think and pause these kind of 2 weeks and see and reassess kind of these relationships in your life, whether that be a social circle, whether that be a job. Something feels like a little bit draining here, or a little bit like mind gamey a bit. Okay, because, oh, we got the Wheel of Fortune popping out, so that's good. That means good things are coming the way for you. So again, I don't want you to stress out, to feel like, especially if things are just kind of confusing right now, things are kind of all over the place. I just want you to stick on this kind of this path of, you know what, good things are kind of on the way for you here. So what are these good things that are going to be popping up for Taurus? What are these things that are going to be spinning in Taurus's direction? Queen of Pentacles, it seems like we're going to be nurturing, even though the King of Pentacles is over here. It seems like there's something else we're nurturing. There's something else we're kind of building here, financially involved. So if you lost your job, or feeling like, you know, you have to quit because something is just too much at a job here, it seems like we're going to be focusing on our finances, but this is the healthy way to do it. We're looking at what we're building. We're looking at what we want to save, what we want to do, what we want to kind of create for ourselves here, what kind of stability we want to bring in our life, not only emotionally, not only financially here, but also kind of emotionally. What is it that we want to build? What is it we want to create? Because there's something here, there's just some greedy energy around a certain job, or a certain kind of financial beginning here. Someone's kind of, again, being kind of greedy around you in that sense. Maybe someone's using you for money, or asking for money. I don't know. Again, I hope this pertains in senses to someone, because I just feel like it's just a head. It's a lot in the head right now. Interesting. But yeah, so just focus, again, take that time out for yourself, understand your value here, what you kind of work hard to do, what you're kind of working on, and then yeah, because it seems like things are going to move in your favor in the future. Can I get some more energy on this? More on this kind of Queen of Pentacles? I really feel like you're going to start to be building that. You're going to let these people that the passion... Sorry, cards are flying now. Yeah, it just seems like whatever the Knight of Wands reverse is kind of like this fuckboy energy. It seems like, again, there's just this energy around you, and again, doesn't have to be this card is my fuckboy card, but it doesn't, again, boy, girl, lover, not. It just seems like someone where things seemed great at first, and now things aren't kind of really working out. It seems like the passion is kind of in doubt. Seems like this person maybe changed a little bit. You might kind of see that the passion in general is running out. This could be even you and whatever it is that you're trying to create here. You could feel like less passionate about doing something now. Something has kind of shifted or changed. The way to success for you, I'll just say this right now, is balancing out your energies. Make sure that your own thoughts are your own. Make sure we are coming from a balanced place, because when our energies are balanced with this Temperance card here, we are also balanced, right? So we can think critically, we can think clearly, because it seems like your emotional well-being is something that's going to really help us here, that things are going to move in the right direction because of that. And it's funny, because I think this is what this timeout is kind of doing here at the top. This kind of reflective period is rebalancing our energy here a little bit, so we can specifically see what in our life that we need to release, what we need to let go of here, to usher in what it is we actually kind of want. It could be Sagittarius you're dealing with here, or an Aries, because I have those two. I have a lot of fire on the board, and I have both those cards kind of coming up here. excuse me, coming up here. So you could be dealing with kind of those two signs. That might be who you're wavering with. But I'm just going to put it out there again, okay? Your emotional well-being is the most important part in these 2 weeks. Stabilizing your energy. I think things will kind of clear up for you here. You will see the things that maybe need to go. You will see the things that you kind of need to change here. Yeah. The Hierophant kind of reverse, some rebellious kind of energy. You are the Hierophant, but it's coming in reverse. This is the Taurus card. High counsel, mentorship, going against the grain of tradition. So maybe you might be feeling like you just need to be in something right now because of a tradition, or feeling like there's some kind of, it could be also like a religious forcing, or like, you know what I mean? Like where you're like, this is how things operate, kind of. It's feeling like a little bit of a religious kind of maybe background as well, or some kind of thought or societal pattern that we think we need to kind of be in right now, or that we should, or again, feel like we should be in a certain place. Going against the grain a little bit here of what is kind of expected of us. So again, I'm just gonna say, Taurus, balance the energies these 2 weeks. That's the most important part. Get yourself on a good emotional level, because then you're like sturdy. You're like a rock. You're a solid foundation. Like, I'm good emotionally, so if anyone says something to me, I know that it can't penetrate me because I'm a solid rock. But if we have those kind of our cracks because we're unbalanced, our energy is low, it's easier for kind of other energies to kind of sift in and manipulate us here a little bit. Interesting read, though. I'll say that. Okay, let me pull some oracle cards on this. It's weird because in the middle of a read, I've never really felt like that in a reading. Before, it was like, it was overwhelming. So if you're going through that right now, I'm sorry. It just feels like a lot. It feels overwhelming in the brain, in the head. So again, balance those energies. Meditate, read, I don't know, go for a walk, go in water. Whatever you gotta do. Disconnect from social media. Feeling like this. It's funny because my oracle cards, I was like, yeah, it's exactly what the energy I was just kind of feeling. We have anxiety, worry, or distress. The Womanless card is filled with anxiety, worrying about something that causes her a great deal of discomfort. Receiving this card upright may indicate that you're experiencing a time of increasing stress, and perhaps even a situation that you find yourself brooding about much of the time. However, if you'll notice the scene outside of the window, the storm in the distance perhaps is distant and perhaps moving away. Whatever is going on, this card is telling you to release the worry and let yourself relax. Brooding and fretting will never resolve anything, so trust in yourself and your process. When you live with a relaxed heart and mind, you are far more likely to receive the solution you seek. And that's what I'm saying. Get that self-care, get that self-rest. You know, when we're relaxed, again, things don't knock us as much. Things don't feel as heavy. The Great Severing. Mars energy, anger, conflict, softening to love. This is a shadow card, one that may feel confrontational, but don't be afraid. It's here to bring to the surface anything that's standing in the way of letting love in. The worrying planet of Mars is our constant reminder that it's important to soften, forgive, and find our way back to love. There are many things in the human experience that make it difficult for our soul to stay open and never-ending source of love. We're all wounded, and unconscious wounds inflict wounds on others. It may feel like a never-ending dance and can never escape. If we aren't careful, before long, we will see the world as a scary, dangerous place where fear and anxiety roam free. If this card surfaces, it could be for 2 reasons. Firstly, for you to acknowledge the difficult emotions, situations, conflict, wounds, and fears that are causing you pain and anxiety. Secondly, to find your way back to love. When you're hurt, it's normal to close off your heart to the world, to let the painful experience come from agony and separation early in life. Soften to find your way back to love. When fear, anxiety, paranoia paralyze you, it's important to want to hide away from others and from the world. Come out of your cave and soften your heart in new ways. We're all innocent children spinning our way around the world. Find a way to see the innocence in all people especially. And need to talk about this card for a second here, because it was while reading this whole card, I was getting this whole kind of put up this warning, and I want to say this: self-love immediately comes from our own self-boundaries. If someone is treating you bad, if someone is doing abusive things physically or mentally to you, what this card is not saying is just love them anyways for that. You know, we got to make sure that we love ourselves and know what we kind of deserve, and we deserve to be respected and treated in a certain way. And if someone is not doing that, and you have an open conversation towards them, that's love. Just loving someone unconditionally, even if they treat you like shit, is not the way forward. And I want to kind of put that out there, because that is something that I've had to learn in my life, and I want others to learn that as well. As we need to put that boundary for ourselves up, and that self-love is more important first than just loving someone unconditionally, even if they treat you bad. Because when you're doing that, when someone is stepping over your boundaries, when someone is not respecting you, it means that your self-love is down. So you are not opening yourself up to love, because you're forgetting about your own love, your own self. And partnership should be between two people. It should be between an equal match of coming together as two kind of whole people here. So if you are just giving and not receiving, or not being listened to, or not being treated well, get the fuck out of there, because you're not enacting your self-love. You're not enacting that I deserve to be treated this way with respect. Come from that way. So I just want to put that out there, because I would, if I got this when I was 20, when I was younger, I would be like, oh, I just need to really give more love for everyone. I need to make them feel loved. But it comes from yourself first, and your own boundaries, and your own boundary is love and respect there. This was a whirlwind of read, Taurus. Take care of yourself these 2 weeks. Have that time for reflection. Get that energy back. Get yourself up to that boss status. Love you, Taurus. This was your bi-weekly reading. I hope that helped.